Welcome back. We're going to do the border on the Beth's Summer Eyelet Headband. So we've turned after we made our chain 4 loop. Now we are going to chain 1 and we're going to make 6 single crochet in that chain 4 space. So 1, 2, 3, scooch them up a little, 4, 5, 6. You see we got that buttonhole made there. Now we're going to work into the ends of the single crochet rows and single crochet in each row. So that's a single crochet there. So the V is a V this way. So we're going to single crochet right into that stitch and make a single crochet. And then you'll see this little loop here. That's your chain 1 when you turn. So you want to go where that loop goes. Poke the stitch in there and make a single crochet. And you work in each of the single crochet rows on the end until you get to the double crochet row. So I'm going to pause this, and when we get down to the double crochet row I will resume. Okay, I've worked in the end of all the single crochet rows. Now the next part, if you read it carefully, working in the ends of the double crochet rows, make 2 single crochet in the double crochet and 1 single crochet in the turning chains. Opposite if using alternative turning chains. In other words, what we're going to do is in the side of the double crochet we're going to make 2 single crochet, and then this chain where we use the turning chain, just make 1. Now on the, if you use the alternative turning chain, only do 1 in the double crochet and 2 in the alternative turning chain. It's just the way the holes balance out when you do this stitch is why you want to do the opposite for those. So this is how you do it with the turning chain rows, with the regular turning chain instead of the alternative. So I like to work, your double crochet is in 2 halves. So I like to work in this larger hole in the top half. And then the bottom half, you've got all these loopy things here. I like to go under this leg and the loop behind it when working in the double crochet. And then just put 1 stitch in that large hole in that chain. On the top half of the double crochet and the bottom half of the double crochet, and then 1 single crochet in that turning chain, and work that same manner all the way across until you get back to the single crochets down here, and then I'll resume the video. Okay, I've worked across the ends of the double crochet row, and your piece should warp slightly. It is going to draw it up a little bit. It will lay flat when you're finished and get the other side done. So we're going back and doing in the ends of each row of single crochet all the way down till you get to the chain loop. And I'll resume when I get down to this chain loop. Okay, I've worked in the ends of the single crochet rows all the way down to that first row. Now we're going to make 6 single crochet in this end loop down here just like we did on the other end, and I'm going to crochet over that tail. So make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now continue crocheting into the ends of your single crochet rows, and I'm going to just crochet the tail in all the way over, and that way you don't have to draw it in later. And working under crochet, if you run the tail under a single crochet, it holds it better than in larger stitches. So work the other side the same way you did the first side, with making 1 single crochet in the chain loops and 2 in the side of the double crochet, and all the way up until you reach this last row, and I will resume the video. Alright, I've worked all the way around, and I'm back to that first single crochet I made in that chain loop, and you simply make a slip stitch into that first single crochet and end it off, or you can do the hidden method that I have shown in another video. You cut the loop off, leave a long enough tail for using a needle, and then you get a yarn needle and a thread the yarn needle, that tail. Now I pulled the tail through that last stitch, and now I'm going to go around this first one and then back down through these 2 loops of the last single crochet and out the back, and then tug it a little bit so that chain 1 is underneath this new loop we just made. Pull it down so it's about the same size as the other stitches. Flip this over and run this yarn underneath these stitches here. So this is how you're hiding this last tail. Going around this button loop. And that should be enough to keep it secure. I'll cut it off close to the work. Discard that piece. Now you have buttonholes on each end. So now this is where it says to finish it, you try on the headband and mark where the buttons are going to be placed. Another thing you can do is, like if you're making it for a gift or somebody, play a game with them and have them take a piece of string. Alright, I'm going to pause this and I will show you how to customize the fit using the mannequin